Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Coast M Fishing. We have a sit-down video today, but it's a different kind of sit-down video again. Today we're going to be talking fishing stories. Now, who doesn't like to hear a good fishing story? Well, I for one always like to hear different people's experiences, their fishing stories, their best catches. So a couple of days ago I posted on Facebook to let me hear some of your stories of your best catches. We got a few responses. So what I'm going to do is go through each one, go through the responses and read out the best ones that I thought was most interesting. Got a couple nice ones, some interesting stories, so I think you'll enjoy hearing them. I'm also going to give you a couple of my stories. I mean, you've seen for the last couple of years most of my catches on YouTube because I've been recording it. But before that, I had some pretty great fishing experiences before the YouTube days that you guys will never see, but I could still remember it like if it was yesterday. So before we get right into the video, I just want to give you guys an update for the fishing trip giveaway. The three winners were chosen. We had Kenneth, we had Reese, and we had Zafir. So we have organized the trip. The trip is going to be on the 9th of February, all going well. So those three guys and a couple of my guys from the crew are going to be fishing on that fishing giveaway trip. Of course, I'll be recording, so you'll see the video later on YouTube. Whether we catch or not, it should be a good time. So look out for that. Remember, hats are still available at Monkeys and Fishing Tackle and Accessories. Another competition will be coming up soon, another fishing giveaway, probably lower giveaway. So always remember, get your hats, get your gear, get ready for it, and you never know when the competition might pop up. Alright, so let's get right into it. The first story I'm going to tell you guys about is one of my, probably still is in the top 5 catches of my life. This is the first fish I can ever remember catching on artificial. Yeah, probably one of the first. Now I have the bait still. I think it was maybe about close to 10 years ago, 9 years ago. It was just me and my brother. So we had recently started to fish a spot, and on numerous occasions we kept on going and we saw big snook at the spot. Now we kept on seeing them, the lights, but somehow we never got a bite from one. So we started to go like almost every week. And the times we were going maybe like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 timing the tide. And every time we had that tide at 4:30, we went to fish. So maybe about the 3rd or 4th occasion, after trying and catching no fish the first 3 times, I decided to try artificial bait, probably for the first time. It was new to me. I have the bait right here. Check it out. My girlfriend at the time, I wasn't married to her as yet, bought this for me at Bajnat. She probably can't remember. It's cost nothing. I think it was like $15 TT or something. Okay, she said she remember. So it was $15 TT and she got it for me. It was white, but it changed color now. And I put it onto a wire leader because I was so new to the lure fishing game. This wire leader, maybe about 32-pound gauge, and a big swivel. Check it out here. So it was another morning, about maybe 5 a.m., still dark, and decided to try this out on my Daiwa rod and reel. I think it was like a D-Wave rod and reel combo. And I started to cast, it's like a bridge, cast along the bridge. About 3rd or 4th cast, I felt like something just engulfed the bait. Like the line just stopped. I couldn't believe it was a fish. When the fish started to run, there was mangrove on to the side. The fish took off and headed towards the mangrove. Now I was still in a bit of shock, but I managed to turn the rod and try to guide him away from the mangrove. I ended up fighting him for a couple of minutes, and when I actually saw the fish, it was a massive snook. I mean, I was so excited, but I kept my calm, fought the fish until he was close enough, and we had a gaff that time. So my brother J-Lo, he jumped down into the mud, gaffed the fish, and pulled it up. I think I have a picture of that fish. If I have it, I'll put it up right here. So check it out. That was a 10.5-pound snook. My first fish I can remember catching on artificial. Great experience. I'll never forget it. I wish I had a camera back then. I didn't, but at least I still have a picture and I still have the memory as fresh as ever. So that was my first fish on artificial. Nice big snook. From there, I was hooked. So that's one of my stories, guys. Now I'll go and get into some of your stories. I also posted it on YouTube, so let's go through YouTube and see if I have a couple of stories to read from there. Just want to give everybody a shout out who commented first. Pro Player 703, KS Fishing, Blazing J's Fishing Crew, Deborah Sukdeo, Sunil Charles Outdoors, Charles Devu, Christian Rampasad, and Antonio Ramphal. All of them commented. The best story I would read from YouTube. It is from Blazing Jay's Fishing Crew. He said, one of my best fishing stories was way back, can't remember what year it was on the foreshore. Things were slow, a low tide, so I took a 30-pound test line. I made a float line, threw it out with a stinky herring, and left my dad and gone to try to get some mullet. About 10 minutes into casting net, I turned around, only to see my dad stumbling in the water. As I reached him, he said, wrap the caster, drifting away. It took us approximately 45 minutes to land this monster. Finally, we got a glimpse of it. It was a catfish. At that time, I can't say for a pound how much pounds it was, but it was cut in half to fit in a Cortina truck. That event also created a traffic as people stopped to see the monster on the shoulder. Now that had to be a huge catfish. I can only imagine the size of it. That's a unique story, guys. Again, foreshore, things slow, trout a line, big catfish. Alright guys, so now I'm going to read these stories that I got on Facebook. Just going to go through each one, some pretty good ones. I might read all, so it might be a little long. The first one is from Raja Basa Raghunath. Tobago, 2 days fishing, best results, 2 to 3 4-inch snappers, with about $60 spent on bait so far. Third day, we went to the tackle shop and saw a silver spoon bait for $30, decided to buy it. First time using artificial. Fourth cast in with artificial, feels like I'm stuck on a rock. For a few seconds, then the line starts to peel. See a massive snook in the water and spits the lure about 1 foot away from me and gets away. Sad face, that's heartbreaking. 10 to 15 cast again, and I feel the same feeling as being snagged on a rock again. Line peels off again, this time harder. I ended up with this little monster, the first fish I ever got on artificial. Check out that fish, real nice snook. Well bro, well done. Good persistence, nice change up, change the artificial. Well done Raja. Next up is from Zahir Abbasali. This story better be good. It was 5 a.m. in Tobago. I remember Coast M waking me up to fish during the break of dawn for big tarpon, cavalli and snook. I went back to sleep for 25 minutes. More than 25 minutes, bro. I eventually got up to join him, hoping he had my pliers that went missing the previous night, so I can change my lure. As soon as I met him on the jetty, still cleaning my eyes, didn't brush my teeth, a school of big cavalli swam in. I made 1 cast with the lure I wanted to change, and the rest is history. And he sent a picture. Check it out. You saw that video as well. Real nice cavalli. Well done, Snook Master. Next up is a very interesting story from Hassan Mohammed. After a hard night of fishing, he got real tired and bored after about 1 a.m. So I decided to drop my line in the water, put my rod on my shoulder, and take a little sleep. Only to wake up to my rod bending over with this monster 8-pound lobster attached to the end of it. And he sent a picture. Check the size of that monster lobster. The man catch it while he was sleeping. I would say the lobster catch him, but I'm sure he eat good that night. That is an amazing catch. Well done, bro. Next one is from Saeed Mohammed. It's actually my cousin. I would never forget after no bites for the entire night into morning. It just took 1 caster to skate off and a team effort to reel in this monster. It's quite old, by the way, very old pic, but a catch to remember. It's actually a big tarpon. That was back in the day, I think, I can't remember which year it was, maybe 2011, 2012, thereabouts. A real big tarpon. Check the picture there. Unfortunately, back then we used to keep them. We learned better after that, but that was a big one. Next one is from Alicia Siraj. Not our best fishing day really. I would say a fishing lesson to fellas. On the table, which is in east, my arrow side, some fellas want to throw talk for me, as I'm a woman. Oh, they hope I could hold down my rod. Or I hope you could pelt your rod over your head. Or they throw anybody overboard if they hook them with the hook. All kind of dramas. Lo and behold, other fellas who are regulars there told these newbies, it can't be this woman all they're talking about, because she will make all they feel shame. Long story short, I did put them to shame, caught enough fish and shared with them too. Now that is a good spirit. And she sent a picture, a real fish, some monster cavalli. I never fished on the table personally, but that has to be one of the greatest catches on the table. It's not the easiest to fish. Well done, Alicia. The next one's from Xavier Lee Biswa. After being off the water for 4 months, I was really hoping to catch something nice. After a few disappointing catches of puppy sharks, I became disenchanted. I was saddened by the fact that I was only pulling these sharks, shark after shark. I pulled myself together and said, I have to and I will catch something big today. I've missed being on the water and fishing so much, I really could do with a good fish to eat, as I didn't really eat shark. I hoped and prayed and sang my Here Fishy Fishy song. Suddenly I felt something huge take my line. I wasn't sure what it was. It gave me a good fight. It's pretty heavy. Finally I caught a really good fish. I was so happy to be back. My prize was a 15-pound salmon. Whoa, felt amazing. That is a monster salmon. Check the picture. Real nice salmon. Well done, Xavier. Next commented story is from Jaleel Muhammad. That's actually my brother. Man, I will never forget, this was a cast after cast. We were catching pelican after pelican. And out of nowhere, boom, the so-called Snook master was put to shame by a novice. I have that on footage. I don't have the footage of actually catching the fish because I went back to the room to get some more gear. But that was a real nice snook. Check out the picture here. Well done, J-Lo. And that day, he took the crown of Snook master because we wasn't catching anything. And that was the one fish we caught. Real nice fish. Well done, J-Lo. Next one's from Nalo Lochan. About 6 a.m. down the islands, throwing lures for Cavalli. One hit and start a run. All I see after is my reel go flying off my rod after it break on the reel seam. So I had to end up hand lining the braid back in to see the fish is only about 5 pounds. Well, at least you catch a fish, bro. Sorry about your reel, but it has happened from time to time. But nice, God is still catching fish. Next comment is from Andrew Butte. Andrew Butte is the admin of Trini Zoo Fish on Facebook. Check out that page. He ready to gaff a barracuda. Ready to gaff, a barracuda came from the depths and flew out of the water with my carrot in its mouth. And he sent a picture of the carrot head remaining. That would have been an awesome sight to see, a big barracuda flying into the water with your fish in its mouth. Sad he lost your fish, but still cool to see. My cool Kevin say, but I don't know where to start. All fishing days are the best once you come out of the house, LOL, but really all days are the best fish, or not, because of the company I go fishing diving at. Yeah, bro, all fishing days are great, but some are definitely better than others, and some you will remember for the rest of your life. Another time, that's boss. Boy Khalil Rahman, he like a blackfin tuna. Next story is from Shiva Bagu. Last year, when my father-in-law carried my wife Rihanna Ali and friend Imran Khan fishing in the north, and we placed 200 pounds of salmon. Now that is a haul. Well done, bro. Next comment is from Marcus Pomi. Pulling 18 cow nose rays in a day, 2 on one line, giving me the legendary nickname Stingray Boss. Bro, if you pull 18 rays in one day, you is a champion. That ain't easy. That is pressure. And 2 on one line, like I say, is well done, bro. You are the Stingray Boss. Now the final story is from Anwar Samai. It's a very interesting story. It just goes to show like everything happens for a reason. You never know why until afterwards, but check this story. It was 10 a.m. We were spending the night down the islands. This is my very first time using artificial bait. We were using the spoon. We had a bet if someone could pull a kingfish or carrot, we spend it our next night. First cast, Mr. Spoon going far, but I was now getting accustomed to using it. Second cast, I feel like a man sit down on that line and holding it down with all its weight. And I see the line speed up the distance, rod bending proper. Tightly drag because a Penn 10-foot heavy action Battle 2 rod with 65-pound braid and a Penn Battle 2 8,000 reel. Start a wrap line and non-stop, and it did not stop. Fish feeling heavy, rod tip moving up, whole rod still bending. Just so you hear brap. I feel the line, read the line too much and the fish bouncy head on the jetty and hook let go. Missed that kingfish surface and it looked like he teased me before he sped off like a mackerel does. Time to go home, we call the boatman. Time we eat and reach home south and drop everybody home, I sit down on the chair. The big earthquake started to happen and it was getting bigger. That was the day of the 7.0 magnitude earthquake. You guys can remember that. When I put on the news now, the same piece of island I was standing up on, I see men showing videos where that one piece fell into the ocean. Had I continued fishing, imagine that could have been me when that earthquake hit, fall into the ocean like that. Imagine if that kingfish had landed successfully. I was a dead man that day. Well, bro, that's a very intriguing and interesting story. Like I said, everything does happen for a reason. Fish get away, but you live to fish the next day. So guys, that's some real interesting stories. I mean, I enjoyed reading all of them. I'll try to do a video like this every once in a while. I mean, if you have an interesting story to give to us, comment below. I'll save it until the next time I do the video. Like I said, I enjoy hearing all fishing stories. I am an avid fan of fishing, not just what fish I catch, but hearing other stories as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this different kind of video, telling fishing stories. Like I said, I hope to do more in the future. And I want to thank everyone who commented and submitted their story. The video a little bit long, but I didn't want to leave out anybody because the stories were all pretty interesting. Just before I go, I just want to hail out my buddy Alvin, who I met in Tobago. He gave me a set of lures to try out. I have it there, and some to give away. Very cool guy. Always been talking to him from a couple years now, since he started fishing. He's doing pretty well over in Tobago. So Alvin, I hope you're watching this, and glad to meet you. And also a couple of people I met in Mankey Hill I never even got to do shout out for. There's Vinny and Shania, who I met, really cool people, and a lot of other people. So I hope to meet you guys again soon. I always appreciate you guys watching, and always appreciate you guys commenting and sharing the videos. So thanks a lot. Keep fishing. As always, fish on.